Miraj, where do you have came here? What was the purpose of coming in spirituality, and how do you connect spirituality towards the science, to the science, from the science?
I am come from Haryana. I was born in Haryana. Then, like life took different turns. So I went to like IIT to study. Then changed the path from engineering to arts, and that also didn't work. Then changed again. So kept changing unless like I arrived at the final truth, you can say. Then after that, I started exploring. Okay, so what is it like? It makes it. What is it the other people have discovered about it? Then I started like when you see Sanskrit, like how Sanskrit was written and composed. What makes Sanskrit so special? So if you see, the Maheshwaraya Sutra, like this Panini says, like he was in meditation. Then he got this sutra. It's like the Damru of Shiva, like Shiva gave him this, which is the base of the Sanskrit language. Then how it is composed, like with respect to grammar. So all of this knowledge, like it should be combined. It's not like separate, like like linguistic is like they're like this is a linguist guy, this is a spiritual guy, this is a Baba guy. No, because earlier the Rishi used to do both actually, and that was the method of doing it. Like if you study Ramanujan, like his math equation come from like Devi only. The same with me only. Like I only do bhakti of Shiva. All of my knowledge, like whatever I study like very less. Only some diagram I see. Okay, this is it. Then I understand it. Like Mahadev tells me, okay, like this is how it works. So that is the real way of doing it.
What was the main thing that triggered you into spirituality?
You can say like the quest for the answer, quest for the knowledge. It took different forms in outside. Like initially you are searching for the like meaning of life to do what is like substantial in life. But then you shift. Then it was like then you are going through like mental health problem. Then the question was like how mind works. How do you get rid of these unwanted thoughts in your mind? Which I think is very popular question these days. Like people, that's why a lot of people are actually getting attracted towards spirituality. Not towards like getting moksha, but towards like, okay, how do I actually calm my mind and reduce my anxiety and all of that, which is fine also. But then you have to connect it to the root also. Like what is the base of it? Why so many techniques and meditation techniques are there? It's not just to calm your mind. It's basically there's a different motive to it. And what is that motive and why is that motive so important that so many people have done and given their entire life to it?
You have lived a so smooth life and came into hard life. How was your experience and what you are experiencing here only?
No, I won't say like that was smooth and this is hard. Because what seems hard for you from outside, it might be a natural tendency for me. Like sleeping outside in cold, it might not see it as hard, no? I might see like sleeping in a closed Delhi place where there is no air, polluted air, no light coming. You don't even know when sun rises, sun don't rises. That I will consider hard, because then you have completely lost connection with the environment. Now here at least you are with the nature, so it's much better, much easier than staying in completely closed cities and like that life. So it's a perspective. Like that was hard and like this is like easy, or like that was easy, this is hard. For me it's like same only.
You was an aero engineer, which is so viral. So, did that help you to connect with spirituality or astrology or anything else?
Not really, but it does develop your logical thinking, reasoning capabilities. Like because when you study science, your reasoning capabilities increase, right? Your IQ, that we say. But then when you do like arts and everything, your EQ increases, your emotional quotient. You become more empath. Like when you are doing some story, like I have done like documentary projects on Kota. So there you go and you talk to the students there, and then you try to connect with their emotions of like why do they study, why do they commit suicide, what is the pressure on them. So that requires your EQ. So you need to develop both.
What was the time when you came to spirituality, and did you take Diksha or anything else? Who's your guru?
I mean, that's why I'm saying no, it's not like I came into spirituality in a sense. It's like you arrived at the answer, and then I start doing it intentionally. Initially, you don't know the answer. Obviously, that's why you are searching. If you already know the answer, why would you search? So initially you don't know the answer, but after knowing the answer or after experiencing the answer, the much better words, then you like start seeing, okay, what is the scope of it, how far it extends, how many different ways it can be done, and then you start reading all of these different forms. Okay, this is how they have created Bharatanatyam, this is how they have created like Sanskrit, this is how they have created like all of these astrological charts, this is how, you know, the Rashi, which is say the signs, the 12 signs, these works. So then you start seeing, okay, how, so this was the base of it.
You got the answer?
Yeah.
What was the answer?
Answer to what?
Moksha. Actually.
No, moksha you cannot
Which you
see.
were searching.
See, moksha is finally basically when there is no body. Right now, it's not complete liberation in a sense. Complete liberation means that you are not in this world. You are liberated. Right? So you won't take birth only. If you don't have any karmic attachment to the world, then you will just go back. So that will happen in the end, like complete moksha that you are saying, complete mukti, like liberation.